sing. Sing. Did you say lettuce? R&B lettuce? Oh. Lettuce is tight too. That's a sick band. If you don't know them, they're from Denver. Oh, yeah, yeah. They're from where I'm from. They're sick. Oh man, I always say if you're not screaming, you're not doing it right. You know what I mean? It's like I've told Salvia that before. He could vouch. It's like that's a little peeve of mine vocally as a professional singer. Literally, I mean that's my day job as I sing and perform. So like, I don't like it when people sound like half-assed monotone. I'm like, where's the conviction, my dude? You know what I mean? Like, tell me like you mean it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even really care about like singing like really like in tune or being like really like you know I don't know like probably like professional like technical things. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like maybe being in time. Like I don't really care too much about that. Like if it's a little out of tune, I could live with that. But if it's like if you're not saying it in a way to where like people can understand you, to where it like resonates, to where like you literally feel the shit in your chest, to where like I mean, just as an example, it's like, man, when I was like a little kid and I would record vocals, it's like I would like almost be on the point of like not screaming, but like, like if you want to talk really loud, you like project your voice. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to like actually accentuate the volume. Yeah, it's like, but and then there's like yelling. I'm not gonna yell, but like just you're like I'm now yelling. I guess there's like some sort of threshold to where you're like, okay, now I'm screaming and I'm like fucking up the quality of my voice. But like, there's a point to where you can be loud enough to where you're projecting and then like also being like, present in the song, I guess. And like that's just like step one. Just like tell me like you mean it. Step two is like, I think coming up with like a melody or like a flow or like a verse or like some sort of like thing that allows you to kind of like come through and like and rehearse that shit. Like don't just do it like once, because I think that like unless you're really good at improvising, which some people are, I could do that. I could just hit record and like just use the first take, no edits. That's fine. I'm comfortable enough in my own skin to do that. But like, if you're just fucking going like 1, 2, 3, let's go, like that can be pretty hard for a lot of people. I think like finding like the melody, the cadence, the flow, the breaths, like these things, like planning it out and like a thematic and like motivic and like actual words is like way better than just being like, I'm gonna sit here and be monotone. I'm telling you how my song goes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's such a difference.
Like if you went on like loud and all that, you know, you just sound like a robot. I get told that.
Yeah, well, I think that's more about, but like I'm talking about, you gotta find like, you gotta find what the cadence is. You gotta sing about the stuff. It's gotta be a da 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 boom boom ba da da day da da do 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 da da do do boom. That's kind of the melody of it, though. That's what I'm saying. Is like you gotta find the path and the flow, and you gotta rehearse that shit. Is like, it sounds like you're just like, you're not thinking about melody or rhythm or groove or like, you know like I think too, like an interesting thing to practice is like having like voices or characters or something. You're like, oh, stingy and whatnot or something. It's like, can you go up high and squeaky? Can you go way down low? It's like, I do that all the time. Like in my own songs, like I'll have one where I'm like monotone, like, or like not monotone, but like more of my speaking voice range, and then I have one that's way up here, and I'm singing up high, and then I got a low thing, and it's like there's 3 or 4 of me happening simultaneously that give the picture of like what it is that sounds like my vocal, I guess. You know what I mean? Harmonies and layers and doubles, and I'm panning shit, and like Because I think just one of you sounds really boring, in my opinion. It's like, unless you have like a really unique voice, it's like, you know, using multiple microphones, like, you know, all that shit. And like, you know, so much can be done about the mix and the production and the, you know what I mean? It's like, you could spice it up in those ways too. Because I think even if you had the most monotone vocal, but you produced the shit out of it, like, I don't think anyone could tell. You know what I mean?
I might do that reception.
Yeah, I think that means you're not following one of the three rules. Then it's like it's either the flow, it's either the melody, or it's like your production sucks, or all the above. What's up? What's up?
Oh, wait, I fell asleep. That's why I'm playing.
It's like, dude, these songs are hard, bro.
Yeah.
Where's your mouse?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was shredding over the top of that, dude.
Especially images. I didn't know what to use.
It's really simple, I think. It's like I've had people.
I think FL is harder because they
Yeah, I agree.
Like buttons, you don't know what the fuck to do with.
I look at FL and I'm like, I don't even know how to begin to use that. And the fact that I learned that you can only use 8 plugins per track, like that would destroy my workflow, dude. I would not survive.
I don't like that one.
I think, you know, Ableton does have a learning curve. Like it is confusing at first, but like spend like 2 hours in there and you'll figure it out. You know, it's like it's not that hard. I've had people like who don't even like know how to record or never went to school or never, you know, anything, like be able to run a session on Ableton after like me talking it through them like in 5 minutes. Like, all right, here's the record button, click this button, sit here, we're gonna go record, you do it. And they're like, oh, what? And I'm like, yeah, you got it. Here's how it works. And then, you know, just like somebody's girlfriend ran the session one time. You know, I was just like, yo, I gotta go over here. Can you like do this for me if I show you how to do it? And she was like, yeah, probably. You know, I don't know. It's not that hard. But I think if you tried to do like something like that with like Pro Tools or like Logic or like Fruity or whatever, it's like, dude, no one can do that. No one. And even if maybe if you were like a computer nerd, maybe.
That took me a while. You know, too long to my FL Studio.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
I was kind of drawn straight into FL. It's like nobody holding my hand. So you know, I just had to be. Like my friend told me that.
Oh yeah, that's how I fucking grew up, dude. Oh yeah, that's how we all started, bro. I mean, dude, I'm so old. Like there wasn't even fucking YouTube when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have fucking whatever. It was just like go get your friend and get him to crack you the FL and then just fucking figure it out. Like there was no videos, there was no BusyWorks beats, there was no Kenny beats, there was no, you know what I mean? It was like just fucking figure it out, dude. I remember we were like fucking making beats in the closet with like bottles, cracked FL in my guitar, and we were like literally like hitting on the table with like drums and shit. It was just like we didn't even know how to like get like drum loops. You know, like we were like let's make our own kicks and shit. Like we were like, let's go get a kick drum because we didn't know how to get an 808 or anything. You know, we were like, let's go get the drum machine. That was like the only thing that we could think of. You know, it was like there was no YouTube telling us this shit. It's like, you know, like I fucking had to go to school for this shit. It was like, you know, I literally went to a university and like had some fucking dude teach me Pro Tools in like fucking the year 2000. Yeah, it's like that's so ridiculous. Like just saying that out loud now. And now kids can just go to YouTube and like learn how to use Ableton to its like fullest extent. That's pretty wild, actually. You can get a free one for 8 tracks, and then they have like the one that I have. I think is like $250 or something, 300, probably more now. And the fanciest one is like 500 or 600, I think. Just like everything. I mean, they all do the same thing. I think they just like either come with more tracks and plugins is really like the difference between them all. Oh, yes. Yeah, we're cooking now.
I love how every day I wake up and I'm like, I might make some music today. It's fucking awesome, bro. This is a life. I'm telling you.
It's a good perspective to have. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't.
appreciate you too.
I don't always think like that. I'll say that. I'm just like, oh god damn it.
Yeah, I get you.
But only in the sense that I have like so much to do. I don't think it's that I'm like, oh, I don't want to make music. I'm just like, oh man, I would really like to finish this 30-track album I'm working on right now. But, or like, oh, I had these shows I gotta do. But like today, I get to drive 1 mile from my house. That's kind of sick. So I don't have to spend 4 hours in the car. I get to make hundreds of dollars 1 mile away. That's pretty tight.
Yeah.
And all I'm
How
doing
long
before
do you
that,
always play?
3.
DJ, right?
Yeah. I'll probably play guitar on my shit, but just for fun, really.
That'd be cool.
And not even the whole time, just like, yeah, just like some lo-fi, hip-hoppy kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Some chill
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I like people who do, like, it's cool people who DJ with MPCs.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna bring my little teenage thing and just do it all through there. It's just fucking easy that way.
Yeah.
Of course it's dead. Dude, these little fucking vapes always die. It's like, you bitch.
I just got 2 new pods for my
I need to get like a pro level one at this point. You know Bubba? We were talking to him yesterday.
Bubba.
Bubba Seeds. He was in the chat while we were in here yesterday.
Oh yeah.
And he got sponsored by fucking Yocan. It's like I got like their coils on my desk right now. And he gave me their code. He was like, anybody in the server wants a Yocan, get it for 25% off. I was like, that's sick. Like, he's out here getting sponsored by like weed vaporizers and shit. Like, man, we might be doing it wrong, bro. We might need to be like trying to get sponsored by vapes. That could be sick. Imagine the Salvia Cat CBD vape strain, dude. That's the default preset. That's crazy. So weird how the brain works, bro. Not really. I was just saying, like, it's so weird how the brain works, dude.
What do you mean?
It's like, I remember falling asleep last night being like, I just can't come up with anything over this, and I just, like, came up with, like, 3 tracks in, like, 5 minutes. It was like, I just, like, couldn't even hear...
You're in doubt, bro.
I couldn't even, like, hear the chords. I was like, I don't even know what these chords are. And then, I don't know. I got it. I got it now. It's all good.
How to break through.
Yeah, can you hear it? I mean, it sounds tight, dude. It's fucking... Shit's stanky.
Check it out.
It's like... I don't know, it's weird. Like, the first chord, when I was listening to it, I was like, I hear F sharp in the bass. Like, it sounds like F sharp minor, but it's like... I don't know, it's just like a weird chord. Like, it sounds like it maybe could be major, but it's not. And then it's like, there is no minor in there, I guess. And then the second chord is like B in the bass, but it's not B. It's just like a weird song. I mean. It's so sick. Like what? What?
Yeah, it was very nice.
All I wanted to do was like just play solo over it, but now it's transcended, dude.
One sec.
Now I get some coffee. Tilda. He left. Like and subscribe.